Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Pussy Destroyers, and this time I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk a little about martial law, and will this actually happen? Will this actually really occur? Will the government really take away our weapons and actually throw us in Fema camps where we like starve to death and be killed and whatnot, and throw us all in trains and go put us down the railroad and basically lock us up? I'm not quite sure if it will actually happen, and I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I just want to take a look at the facts and let you come to your own conclusion on what you think will actually happen. So this was in 2013. Homeland Security purchased 1.6 billion rounds of ammo. Now, why would they need 1.6 billion rounds of ammo? And this is hollow point ammo. This isn't just regular fucking ammo. This is hollow point, go through metal, kill everyone in a building type deal. Kill everyone in a house, who knows? I don't understand why they would purchase this much ammo. It doesn't even make sense. Homeland Securities is domestic. It says right here, 1.6 billion rounds would be enough to sustain a hot war for 20 plus years in America. Why would they need all this ammo to sustain a hot war for 20 years? I wonder. It's a very scary feeling, very scary thought, but this is a fact. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a fact that Homeland Security purchased or is going to purchase in the future, or is purchasing. They're purchasing it. Let's see, did they purchase it yet? Homeland Security, far from a little bit, has issued an open purchase order for 1.6 billion. So they have put in the order for 1.6 billion rounds. This is a fact, people. Alright, let's go to the next one. Why did the US government recently purchase 30,000 guillotines? What the hell is this shit? Like, alright, come on. They're purchasing guillotines. Does that not scare you? Why? Why would they need these? I don't even see. What is this, to kill cattle? Kill pigs? Put the pig's head in the... I don't understand this. This really boggles my fucking mind. It says right here, the use of guillotines for governmental purposes was lobbied for and passed in the US Congress. Now what the fuck would they... Why would they pass this? This doesn't even make sense to me. I don't get this. The information we received, which I don't know if this part's true or not, is that 15,000 are currently stored in Georgia and 15,000 in Montana. Well, thank God I don't live in those fucking states. But I feel sorry for the people that do. And I don't understand why would they store them. Then I don't know if that part's true. I don't know. I'm merely going over a fact, which they did purchase 30,000 guillotines. That's a fact. Then they go on to say, are the beheadings by Muslims today meant to desensitize us against the United States government? Which I don't believe that either. I don't know. But why? Just answer the question, why would they buy 30,000 guillotines? That is just mind-boggling as it is, and they aren't offering up any explanations, so I'm assuming that it's not for a good purpose. And anyways, what could a guillotine be used for that is positive? Think about that. Nothing. You cannot use this tool for anything positive. So why the fuck are they buying them? I don't know. Do your own research, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's move on. Communist Chinese troops on US soil for exchange mission. Okay, let's read a little about this. Following a recent uproar surrounding the Obama administration's hosting of Russian airborne terror troops for joint drills with the United States military forces in Colorado, outrage is growing about the latest scandal involving foreign forces on American soil. This week, reportedly for the first time ever, soldiers for the mass-murdering Communist Party regime ruling mainland China have been working on a disaster management with American troops on U.S. soil, supposedly for humanitarian purposes. Alright, this is probably the first time in American history we've allowed communist troops to train with our own troops. That doesn't even make any sense as it is. Why would we need them? Why are they training on our soil? I don't understand that. Are we training them to use them for martial law? Because China, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, China is the model. If, let's say Obama was an evil person, China, but he's just a front man backed by, you know, Illuminati or whatever. Those people look at China, and that's exactly what they want for America. China has the internet's censored up. They pretty much watch you. There's no privacy in China. The people in China know that they are under an oppressive government, and they basically can't do anything about it. And China's very imperialistic, and it's not a place. They're not. I would not want communist troops on U.S. soil. I don't understand why Barack Obama even lets this happen. Does not make sense. The Chinese, they act all cool with us, but they fucking hate us. I promise you that they fucking hate us. Okay? I don't understand why we're doing this. This is just a suspicious this is suspicious activity to me. It doesn't really make any sense. It's just fucking weird. Alright, let's move on. This is a map of all the FEMA camps in the United States. There are over 800 FEMA camps in the United States, all on railroad tracks, all fully staffed with full-time guards. This is fact. This is not fiction. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is fact. These are all really there, and they are all on railroad tracks, all fully staffed, all guarded with full-time guards. I wouldn't even be surprised if they had canines. I bet you they do. Why in the hell would we need this many FEMA camps? I don't get it. If you look at Homeland Security is like the army that would help enforce martial law. FEMA is basically the holders. They're the people that would hold you and provide a prison, provide an internment camp, provide whatever you want to call it, to lock your ass up in. It makes perfect sense if you think about it. Because you need an enforcement group, which is Homeland Security. They're buying all the ammo. You know, they're buying a whole bunch of shit we don't even know. And then you have FEMA that are obviously the prison holders, the key holders, the gatekeepers, if you will, that are going to try their best to keep your stupid ass locked up while martial law runs rampant and people are murdered and people are thrown in camp. I don't know, guys, but this is fact. This isn't fiction. So, I mean, go find the FEMA camp in your state and go take a look. You know what I'm saying? Don't be stupid and fucking naive and take the government's word for shit. Go take a look if you're worried. It does worry me. I know where I'm at on this map, and it doesn't look pretty. So, moving on. The fucking Google barges. Alright, what in the fuck is a Google barge? Because Google claims that it's a new store with a VIP list that only the really uber rich Illuminati whatever can get into. The fucking Bill Gates and, you know, people like that can go and look at their store. I don't believe that for a fucking second. I really do not believe that at all. Some say that this is a command and control center for foreign troops when martial law is when the order is given for martial law. Some say these are literally floating FEMA camps / prisons. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what the fuck it is. That's why I'm doing this video. Maybe someone who knows more than me will comment and tell me what the fuck this is. Because this doesn't look like a fucking Apple store or Google store. This is not a store. I can promise you it's not a store. It literally looks like cages, or it does look like some command and control center, I don't know, with reinforced rebar on the outsides. I don't know what that is, but it's fucking creepy. And Google, you need to stop fucking lying, because that's a straight lie that it's a store. Does not look like a store. There are no logos on it. There's nothing. It's not a store. Promise you that's not a store. Alright, moving on. We got, alright, helicopter training wakes up Chicago. Twitterverse, whatever the hell that means. It's only a drill, Chicago. Reports of black military helicopters circling the Willis Tower and flying over Lake Michigan Monday night lit up social media with theories and speculation. And you guys can see all these, whoever these people are. Anyone else see 3 Black Hawk helicopters flying low around the loop with no lights on? Hashtag Chicago. What's going on? Well, I don't know, Anise. You tell me. Andrew Steele. There are huge black military hashtag helicopters flying around downtown. Hashtag Chicago. Strange to hear and see them out my window. Hashtag urban warfare. I'm such a gangster. The fuck is wrong with this guy? Hashtags when the... Oh my god. But I'm not going to judge. He probably thought it was cool, and it probably was cool to see the black helicopters fly over and do their inner city urban training just to end up taking everybody and fucking throwing them in camps. At least they'll have the proper training to do this effectively to all the people in Chicago. Well, they're going to have a hell of a time because Chicago has a lot of ghettos and with a lot of guns. So it makes sense why they would train in Chicago, because Chicago's right now murder capital. We got probably there's the most guns in Chicago. Like, Chicago would be a place that would be a very, very fucking hot spot if the government wanted to impose martial law, because a lot of people here aren't going to take that shit. Okay? But, you know, the people would never win against the government. We could win, but, you know, let's be realistic. It would take us 30 years with millions of people dead. So chances are, if this happens, you're not going to survive. Maybe your kids can live under a free government with an actual free market and all that type of shit, but we aren't going to see that. Okay, moving on. This is just a quote from David Rockefeller, owner of the Federal Reserve Bank in America. Probably one of the most important people in America. I mean, he owns the Federal Reserve Bank, him and his family, the Rockefellers. And he says, quote, "We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept the New World Order." David Rockefeller, speaking at a UN business conference, September 14th, 94. So they've been at this a while, folks. This is a very important, very, very rich, probably in the 1% of rich people in the United States, supporting the New World Order at a UN conference, a United Nations, trying to unite the nations under one New World Order. Do you understand that? He's a very important person. This is not a fucking joke. You can take whatever conclusion you want, but he said this. This is a fact and quote. Alright? Moving on. Okay, this is an Obama's speech at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. And it's a very, very weird, Obama's disturbing remarks is the headline here. It's very weird. And you can take whatever conclusion you want from this as well. But I get this really weird feeling when I read this, every time I read this. And I'll just read it. I'll just read it and you can hear it. President says, "Thank you." Crowd applauses. "Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I could not be more thrilled to be here tonight." Everyone laughs. "At the White House Correspondents' Dinner. This is a great crowd. They're already laughing. It's terrific. Now, if I do win a second term as president, let me just say something to all the..." And then they start clapping. And they cut him off. "Let me just say something to all the conspiracy-oriented friends on the right who think I'm planning to unleash some secret agenda. You're absolutely right." This is exactly what Obama said. The crowd laughs. "Ha ha! You're gonna kill us all. We love you." So allow me to close with a quick preview of the secret agenda you can expect in a second Obama administration. In my first term, I sang Al Green. In my second term, I'm going with Young Jeezy. Alright, well, what the hell does that mean? Did he just say that he's about to get gangsta about the whole United States? Because he said I sang Al Green. He's being a nice guy or whatever in the beginning. Second term, I'm going with Young Jeezy. I'm going to get gangster on you motherfuckers and see what you're going to do about it. That's basically what he's fucking saying. And then Miss Obama, "Yeah." The president, Michelle, said, "Yeah, I sing that to her sometimes." Ooh, I don't know what fucking song they're talking about. Sing what? All he said was Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy has many different songs, mainly all gangsta rap. So I'm assuming it's Young Jeezy saying something like, fuck you, bitch, I'll take your shit and take your chain and take your shoes and take your rights and fuck you over, bitch. It's pretty much what Young Jeezy says to sum it up. Alright, so, and this is the very weird part. The very last thing he said. In my first term, we ended the war in Iraq. In my second term, I will win the war on Christmas. Okay, now what the fuck does win the war on Christmas mean? Is he going to start a new war that is going to end next Christmas? I doubt that. I highly fucking doubt that. That's just stupid to even say. I don't even know why I just said that. But I will win the war on Christmas can also refer to I will win the war on Christians. Okay? I don't know why Obama would want to kill Christians. I know that he spent most of his life in a communist country, most of his childhood life in a communist country. His mother was reportedly a part of the Subud, which the Subud is a group in Indonesia that's very communistic. Like, they're communists, they hate Americans, and all types of different weird stuff. You're going to have to do your own research. Just look up YouTube, Obama and the Subud. S-U-B-U-D. It's very creepy. You know, there's a lot of controversy revolving around Obama. Not a lot of people know exactly where he came from. He's a very kind of secret person. His real name, some people say, is Barry Sortoro or something like that. And then his parents changed his name when he came here, and like when he was like 15. I did a lot of research on this a while ago, and I may revisit that later, but it's pretty much irrelevant right now. It doesn't matter. He's already in power. I just thought this was a really weird speech. This is all fact. None of this is made up. Go YouTube Obama's speech at the White House Correspondents Association dinner, and you can watch him say this word for word, and you can see what you think. He said he's going to win the war on Christmas by 2016. So will he go for a third term? And I don't know. Let me just move on here and get to the end of this. Another: Polish troops trained to take on American terrorists. Okay, the military claimed that foreign soldiers were merely observers in vigilant guard exercises, but it was disproved. You can also look this up on YouTube. You just type in vigilant guard, Polish BOA, something like that, and there's a video comes up with two guys that were actually there and actually did film the Polish BOA, not acting as observers, but actually taking over the entire exercise. It was a straight lie. There were very little American troops doing anything. It was mainly just the Polish BOA conducting exercises. It's not a joke. Look it up. It's held in Toyota Park at a soccer stadium. I saw the video. They were using Boy Scouts as their quote-unquote disaster victims. So, I don't know. The facts are here. There's a lot of weird things going on. Just really weird things that normally wouldn't be happening. I just don't understand why these are actually happening. You got really important people saying things, but they've been saying this since the 90s. This isn't a joke. This is not new news. Things are just coming into light now, coming into play now. Things are actually things are moving, things are happening. All right, and you'd be stupid not to just look at the facts and draw your own conclusion. You know, it takes years and years to plan something like this. So if it is going to happen, maybe by 2016. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. But let's just go on record saying that our government is doing a lot of suspicious things. Homeland Security is doing a lot of suspicious things. There are foreign troops training on our soil. You know, 20 years ago, these things would have been unheard of. But sad to say they're happening now. So Draw your own conclusions. Thank you for watching. This is the Pussy Destroyers, and I hope to see you guys again. Peace out.